game more clearly with high-definition spectacle lenses from Norville Opticians.
Listen, look, we're just preparing as we would any other week. We've obviously grown a little bit of confidence out of the Sale game. It was a pretty good performance. A lot of the things that we've been working on, we saw glimpses of that in our attack and defensive games. Things maul defence, our own mauling game. So there was a lot to like in bits and pieces against a good quality Sale side, and you only got to look at the competitiveness of Worcester for long periods against Gloucester on the weekend to show what a quality side they are. What well coached, well organised side, very combative. So it's just like any other game. You've got to prepare well, got to get your attitude right, and you turn up on the day and with the right intensity, the right level of physicality, and give yourself a chance of winning.
Will it have been deflating for them to go from a 17-0 lead to actually losing that game?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Like you'd have to ask them whether it was or it wasn't. They obviously at 17-0 you'd give yourself a good chance of winning the game, and they'd be hugely disappointed. Sometimes that might spur you on your next opportunity to make up for that. That's one of the beauties of rugby. At your next opportunity, at your next game, which is generally within 7 days, you get a chance to right some wrongs, and they may well look at it that way.
When you won at La Rochelle, did it feel as if the group developed a bit in your favour when Zebra beat Worcester?
Again, I do no analysis on the group after two games. The only thing we can do is turn up to Sixways on Thursday night, play well, win the game, return to Kingsholm the following week, play well and win the game. In terms of the permutations or whatever, it's irrelevant really. It's one game at a time, play well, get your result, move on.
Jonathan said it's a slippery sequence when you play a side back-to-back so quickly. Is that a view you share as well?
I'm not sure what that means, to be honest. Most games are about being confident in what you're doing. So whether you play them months apart or weeks apart, you've got to have confidence in your game. You're not going to change much. Only got 2 training sessions probably between when we play them and when we play them next time. So you've got to say, well, our base game. So your set piece has got to be good. Your set piece pressure on them. Your kicking, kick chase game, your kick retreat game, your defence. So you just want the basics of your game to do well. There might be 1 or 2 little things that you have in the kit bag that you think might create a point of difference. But it's about turning up with your game and more importantly, your attitude to want to do well. And if you do that, whether you play them 2 days apart, 1 week apart or 2 years apart, it's a game of footy.
Going back to what you said about the performance against Sale, is it tempting to keep the core of that side together for this week again?
Look, you've got to look a little bit more holistically, I think, where we've got back-to-back games now. We've got a game, I think, on the 21st of December. We've got Quinns at Twickenham on the 27th. So there's 4 games coming up in the next small period. So it's important, number one, that we give everybody opportunity. That we keep pressure within the squad. It's important. Some guys have played 7, 8, 9 games on the bounce who may need an opportunity to rest and recuperate. So we'll look at it on balance and pick a side that we think will win the game, obviously, and will provide opportunity but also provide some continuity.
Is it a tipping point game in the group? You win this one, you're 3 from 3, you've kind of got a grip of it from there?
Again, I wouldn't be looking at it that way. I look at it as a standalone game, must win. We get to Kingsholm the week after, standalone game, must win.